Gotta rank 'em all, Pokemon.
Welcome to Spelunkers, a place for exploring video games and nerd culture. I'm Ryan, and this is Gotta Rank 'em All, the Pokemon ranking show, where Chris
That's me.
and myself every week get a guest and a random list of 20 Pokemon and put them in the most officially arbitrary list of all time. Our lovely guest this week is AJ Moser.
Hey, hi. It's a pleasure to be here. A pokey pleasure to be here.
Well, we're very happy to have you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Of course. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Now, we have one question for you before we get down and dirty into the rankings tonight, and that's just give us a brief overview with your history with Pokemon for so people understand where you're coming from with the ranking decisions tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Pokemon for me is essentially synonymous with video games, and as someone who's now basically built their entire life around video games, Pokemon's pretty important to me. It was a cousin who introduced me to Pokemon Red at a susceptible young age, and I was too young to even play through the game, so I had watched him play through it, and then he lent me his Game Boy and my own copy, and then from there on, I was, down a dark path. Gold was the first kind of big one for me that I experienced all by myself, and I was just at the right age to be getting into Pokemon where everything felt mysterious and cryptic enough to just be this big, immense fantasy world as it's intended to be. So yeah, I'm all the way in the pocket for Pokemon. I've played every game since then at launch thoroughly. I've hit, the max hour counts in basically every generation that's come out, except like 6, 7, and 8 now probably. But I played the hell out of Gens 4 and 5 specifically. Really went bug nuts for those games. And yeah, I mean, Pokemon is still my favorite game series to this date. I'm one of those weirdos who still plays Pokemon Go every day, and I can't wait for all the new stuff on the horizon. So super fan, number one.
Yeah, sounds like it. I mean, even I've missed a generation that I'm getting back to now. So getting all of them at launch, that's congrats. Well done, sir.
I had friends who would import all of the Japanese ones because back in the day, they weren't global launches. So when
Right.
Diamond and Pearl came out, you'd be watching unlocalized YouTube videos of I remember the Fantina gym battle of just being like, that's cool. Miss Magius, nice. But, it is what it is now. I mean, I think it's a great time for Pokemon. I know people love to be sour about it. An incredible fan base Pokemon has, but I think there have been few better times to be a Pokemon fan than right now.
Yeah, I would agree, especially with the things we've got about to come out. There's a lot of good stuff to look forward to. All right.
Sure.
Well, let's get a little overview of the list here. So a little refresher. At the top 3, we've got Greninja, Decidueye, and Mega Charizard X. Down at the bottom, we've got Jinx, Yungoos, and Smoochum at 584, 583, and 582. And 282 is the middle of that, I believe. That sounds right.
That sounds good.
We got Cranidos at 282, Fione at 283, and Mincino at 284.
We're really losing Quilladin as our midpoint.
Where's Quilladin now?
289. Or no, 290, sorry.
It's not too far off.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of good picks lately to put above him. And our number 100 bouncer for the episode is Politoed.
Oh, I love Politoed. One of my favorites, actually.
Good Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
He was the cornerstone of my competitive team in Gen 5 when weather was a huge mechanic, and so you'd have a Rain Dance Politoed, Choice Scarf, lead the party, usually just made it rain, and then hit whoever they had sent out with Hypnosis, and off to the races from there. My dog's going out of control right now. He must be a big Jinx fan or something, but he just started losing his mind as soon as we sat down to record.
No, pay attention to me.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He was just eating a hat.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no.
Cloud, say hi.
Hi, Puppy. All right. Well, we've got 20 more Pokemon to slot in here tonight. Our first contestant is Azelf.
I think it's Azelf, right?
Azelf.
The one that I would always screw up was Mesprit. I would just call it Mesprit, which is obviously not right, but so be it.
is what it is. Not like they pronounce a lot of these in the games, and a lot of us interact with Pokemon via the games, so we're left up to make our own pronunciation decisions.
Yeah, I like Azelf. Out of the Lake Trio, maybe it's my favorite. I think it's definitely not my least favorite. Yuxi, which, how do you pronounce that one, is bottom of the barrel for me.
Yeah, the yellow one.
The yellow one. So for these guys, when they introduce them into Pokemon Go, it's really annoying. They're specifically globally, regionally limited. So Azelf is the one you can get in North America. I think Mesprit is the one you can get in like Asia and Australia, and then Europe and other parts of the world. I don't know it exactly, but gets the other one. So these three just represent, or two of these three, I suppose, just represent a big hole in my Pokédex for me, so I resent them. So Azelf is probably my favorite. But I also think Gen 4, Sinnoh, too many legendaries probably, and these guys are a little derivative. So not a high number for Mr. Azelf, but it could be worse.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same camp. That definitely too many legendaries, and Gen 4, like Heatran came from Gen 4, and I don't even know how that made legendary status. This is probably the best of the elves, but I don't like any of the elves really.
They're fine as far. I mean, if they weren't a legendary, I think they'd be a decent Pokemon. But thinking of them in the context of being a legendary, they're just fine for me. I don't know.
You know, they should have changed their typing or given them something interesting about them. I was just thinking because, you know, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are a week away, and I was kind of thinking about all the things you do in those games. And I'm not really looking forward to just catching these three again, because it's basically the same encounter, just 3 different times. Miss me with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What lore do we have, Ryan?
Really just 2 things. So Azelf gave people endowed humans with determination, as this is the being of willpower. And I'm sure this is going to be repeated in the other elves as well, but apparently they all came from the same egg. It's thought that they all came from the same egg, so they're triplets, which I guess, adds up.
Interesting.
But yeah, willpower, that's about it.
I mean, thanks for the willpower. I appreciate it. Need some of that.
I see Mesprit on the list. I just lost it. It was like 490 something. There it is, 463. So for Azelf, how about 462?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I think that feels all right. Keep the family together, you know?
Yep.
Well, technically it's 463 now because he pushed everybody
463,
down.
right.
Down. Yeah.
Oh, it definitely doesn't deserve to be above Shift Tree.
Yeah.
No. All right, Azelf, new 463, getting to hang out with the other good.
I think that's actually pretty close to its actual Pokédex number, because Sinnoh ended in like the 490s.
It is 482. It's real Pokédex number.
Wow.
Yeah.
We'll get him there by the end.
And probably past it, honestly. All right. Next on the list is Milkery. Or Milcery? I've always said Milkery because milk, you know, it's supposed to be cream, milk, dairy, but
I think it's Milkery.
I would align with that, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it's like a pile of cream.
That's just what it is.
I had this, so there are no like variants of this one, right? Because I'm thinking of Sinistea, where there's the like chipped pot version, and you can spin it around and look at the bottom of the cup or whatever. Doesn't Alchemy have some color scheme or
the evolution scheme? Alchemy has like 20 different looks or something, depending on how many times you like rotate your DS or whatever to evolve it.
Right. Yeah. Don't like that. Don't do that. No more of that.
Yeah, please no.
But this guy seems to just have the one form. You know, it's kind of cute, I guess.
Yeah, it's got a little smile on its
milk.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the lore say? Is it just milk?
This Pokemon was born from sweet-smelling particles in the air. Its body is made of cream.
Same. I do like fairy types. I do have a sort of affinity for fairy types. So I'm looking at the move set for this guy here. And like it's got Draining Kiss, which is a good move, and Dazzling Gleam, which is great. So can't hold it against it too much. Although at the end of the day, it is just a little pile of cream. So it's not doing a lot for me.
Yeah, there's a type of Pokemon here, like, you know, Vanillux and stuff, which actually I'm a fan of Vanillux, but
Defend till the day I die. Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. But I don't know, this one doesn't really do much for me, and I think it comes from, is it this Gen 7 or 6?
This is
This
Gen
is
8.
Sword and Shield, so Gen 8.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Jesus. I didn't even realize. I just replayed that one earlier this year too. Yeah, I've only played that one twice, so I don't even know if I've ever seen this. I don't know if any trainers use them.
Alchemy is a staple for competitive, and also I believe the Fairy Gym Leader has the VMAX form of it. But there aren't many encounters with Milkery. I think it's on some of the early routes, so I'm not like, it's one of those Pokemon you can just sort of miss, kinda. They had also revealed Alchemy by itself before the launch, and then we're like, here's the pre-evolution of it. So I mean, it's cute, and that's about the only thing talking me off the ledge for punting this guy to the bottom half there. Let's see.
Yeah, we do have Alchemy on the list. Excruciatingly low at 575.
Oh, wow. Okay, I mean, Alchemy is a better Pokemon, so
I think
that's rough.
Yeah. It's just the decisions that have been made.
We all have to live with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay going below Alchemy. I don't know that this guy necessarily deserves that low, but compared to Alchemy, it's below.
We were talking about this before the recording. I'm agape at the placings for both Dracovish and Grimmsnarl. So I'm gonna say you gotta give me at least Milkery below Grimmsnarl. It would hurt me to place Milkery above Dracovish and Grimmsnarl. So how about it takes 581?
That sounds great.
I think that's okay. Yeah, 582 coming in below Grimmsnarl,
yeah.
which next to Swirlix, which is the cotton candy Pokemon, right?
Makes sense.
That feels kind of right.
Is Swirlix the evolved one, or it's Swirlix
remember.
and, because they just added these guys to Pokemon Go, so I'm trying to think. Swirlix and the Kalos region is the what? Slurpuff. Gross. Don't like that.
Yeah, no, that's terrible. All right, Milkery, thank you very much for leaving a wet spot on my floor. Thanks so much. Next on the list, we've got Rillaboom.
Nice.
Yeah, Rillaboom's pretty cool. I know, Ryan, you hate all the starters from this generation, but when he pulls out the
strong term.
he's just said yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever, hate is a strong word, but also accurate. So I think you do hate
that. Was a joke.
I don't think that's true. You abandoned your starter this generation. This guy was your starter, and you abandoned him.
The only time I've ever abandoned a starter in any Pokemon game. I don't know. I feel like nothing for any of these starters. They draw, which is almost worse than hating them, right? Because at least they make me feel something.
I mean,
I'm with a sweet drum set too.
I'm Sobble Squad. I couldn't love Sobble more. Inteleon, I feel disappointed in, but we've already got Sobble, so it couldn't be better than that. I thought Grookey was kind of cute. I really didn't like Scorbunny at first. I thought it just didn't look like a Pokemon, which is not a complaint I will throw out there often, but it really just seemed like a cartoon character to me. It looked like Scorbunny seemed like it was from Sonic, not Pokemon. But
like Koopa.
I like Cinderace enough. Rillaboom is definitely my least favorite of the three final forms. It is cool that he drums, because in that original Sword and Shield trailer, little Grookey is playing with a stick, banging on the ground, and people are like from day one had speculated, oh, I bet it's going to evolve and have a drum motif. So I like how they incorporated that into its VMAX form and everything. Don't dislike it. More monkey Pokemon. They're cool. So, and it's definitely not my least favorite starter final form overall. Probably not even in the grass line. I do like Chestnut, but it gets harder to defend Chestnut as the days go on.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely my least favorite of this gen's final versions, but I there's very few like final form starter Pokemon that I straight up hate. I think Emboar is really the only one that I'm like,
Yeah,
get that out
Emboar
of
is
here.
bad.
Yeah. So I think probably top half of the list still.
Yeah,
I
I was
so.
going to say pretty close to half is where I would go for this guy.
Let's see, where did Quilladin end up again? 290.
290. I mean, it's better than Quilladin.
I agree.
Is this better than Bulbasaur at 268?
No.
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 Okay. There's a range. We've got a range.
I think Bulbasaur is about 267 spots too low. How about I see a Pokemon I really like at 281, Dragapult. It's definitely not better than Dragapult.
I agree. Dragapult's very cool looking.
Form, right?
Yes. He's very cool looking, and I found out last week that he's apparently very good and competitive, but I did not enjoy using him on my most recent run. No, he's not getting competitive?
Oh, no, he's great. He's one of the fastest Pokemon out there, yeah.
I think your camera broke.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're just like doing this, so I thought you were saying no, he's bad and competitive.
Oh, no. He's great. I was too enthusiastic and I glitched, yeah.
Camera can't handle it.
I was having flashbacks to facing off against Dragapult. Like, it was so intense, it would be, you would almost always open Dragapult versus Dragapult, and you just had to guess, am I faster than that Dragapult? Did they go for the full EV spread and speed, or did they prioritize special attack? And it's stressful situations out there. The point being, Rillaboom not better than Dragapult.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
Not even better than Cranidos. So how about 283, where Fion is? I like Rillaboom better than Fion. That's a good trade for me.
I think that's fair.
that. I could go above Cranidos, but I'll leave it up to you, Ryan. And I know you hate this thing, so I don't know why I'm asking.
Yeah, we're going to go below Cranidos. All right, Rillaboom, thank you for showing me around Galar. I'll leave you in the PC.
Next on service.
Yeah.
Did you fully evolve it and then box it, or did you abandon it with Wacky? You just had to see what you were signed up for.
Yeah, because I was attracted to Grookey at Thwaggy. And I got to Rillaboom and I was like, cool. And I used it for a little while and I'm like, I don't know about having like a single type Pokemon. Every other Pokemon in my team's a dual type, and it just didn't really do it for me. Sad times.
It would have been cool if he had a dual type. Like, he could have been probably fighting, or I guess they already did a grass ground, but that's never stopped them before.
Yeah, definitely is not.
Grass rock type. Let's break conventions. It's already a drumming Pokemon. It's rock music, and rock moves.
Grass and rock and roll. The first triple type Pokemon.
Learns rollout. Perfect.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Next up, we've got Volcanion, who I thought was cooler based off the name, but this design, it's not bad. It's
yeah. Where is this? Like, was this one of those weird like in between gen special Pokemon?
This was a Kalos mythical, so I don't think it was ever actually like formally released. I think you could only get it at events in X and Y, and I think it has an alternate form. Most of them did that gen. This might be the only one that didn't, because it was like Hoopa, Diancie, Volcanion. What I'll say is, for as I explained, I've been a Pokemon fan for basically my entire life, and all I ever wanted was a cool fire water type. And this is our first fire water type, and he sucks. I don't like him. I hate him. They're getting too nuts with all these mythical Pokemon that you can never get. So, not a fan of Volcanion. He's got a cool shiny. No alternate forms, but a really cool shiny.
Like, that is a cool shiny.
Gold and purple.
Yeah. but that's about it. I mean, yeah, it's an event-only Pokemon in XY or Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Which are
So
not good games, either of them.
probably my least favorite of the remakes so far.
Oh, like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire could not be more of a letdown for me. I am not even. I mean, I love Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, but not as much as some people do. And I thought those games were dreadful to get through, the remakes.
Yeah, they felt rather lengthy in comparison.
So this guy being associated with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire keeps dragging me down.
Just lower on the list.
Was it in any of the movies? What do we have lore wise? Because I'm trying to like figure out what this guy's deal is. There's some of those exclusive Pokemon, they make them cooler once they start associating them with the lore, like Zarude. I really like him in the movie.
There's a major appearance in the anime in Volcanion, and the Mechanical Marvel was portrayed as a Pokemon who had a hatred of humans, targeted the Azoth Kingdom to retrieve the man-made Magierna. Magierna?
Oh yeah, Magierna.
Yeah. Who knew its true identity. That's about it. That's all it says for any kind of appearance in the shows. So a single episode.
How about Pokedex entries?
It lets out billows of steam and disappears into the dense fog. It's said to live in the mountains where humans do not tread. It has enough power to blow away a mountain.
Okay.
Yawn, I've seen it before.
Is it doing anything for you?
How many Pokemon do you think can do that, you know?
A lot, probably.
A lot.
So many.
I mean,
there's probably like 150 Pokemon or something that have in their entry degrees of 150 or 1500 or whatever above, just some high degree Fahrenheit that it reaches.
I'm thinking 500s for this guy.
I agree. We have Heatran at 494. Heatran I'm at least familiar with. It was in a game. I could catch it. This thing I have no attachment to.
Yeah. I don't want to just be like, oh, it's newer, so it's automatically worse. But like, no cool event, barely in the anime, a waste of a really good typing. Like, sheesh. What's good about this Pokemon? The typing, I guess, is cool, but it doesn't do much with it. Yeah. What's its like ability? Does it even have a cool ability?
Water absorb.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Y'all could say dead last, and I'd be like, I guess. It's not worse than Jinx. Hold on now.
I mean, let's go below your boy Grimmsnarl.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just throwing them on the end of this list. I swear, like I said at the top, I do like Pokemon. I do love Pokemon. These guys just suck.
We got a couple by the end of this list I think we're going to love. It's just they're throwing us nothing good. The science machine that spits out these random lists, not helping us out at the beginning of this week here. All right, another new 583, Volcanion, be better. Next on the list, we've got...
Get a cool new form in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, some kind of... Be easier to catch. God, don't be an event Pokemon. If there's one thing any Pokemon on this list could learn... You can't be
easier to catch than an event Pokemon, because you just go to like GameStop and they give you a download code, and then you have it. Be more involved, be better.
That's fair. Now we've got Stonejourner. Stoned Journeyer?
Big feet. I'm looking for big feet.
Yeah, this Pokemon's got some thick energy.
So it's another Sword and Shield one, right? I think a good thing they figured out with this gen, I really think Sword and Shield is like the best crop of new Pokemon since maybe even Gen 4. I really like Gen 5, but there were like too many. They figured out how to walk the very difficult line between like too cartoony and too over designed and super serious in Sword and Shield a lot. I think in some of the earlier gens you had a problem of them oscillating too much back and forth between stuff that were way too simplistic and stuff that was way too spiky and cool. Digimon. Especially with some of the megas. Look at the little This guy's got a little attitude. He's got little square hands. He kind of looks like a Mario like enemy in a good way.
Yeah.
I think the lore is cool behind him. I don't think it's particularly good in battle. It's probably pretty tanky, right? It's steel rock, I want to say. Just steel?
Just rock.
Just rock. Okay.
I mean, it's got its attack stats 125. Its defense is 135. So definitely tanky, but it could dish a hit or two.
Cool guy. I like him.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like a Pokemon that's supposed to be Stonehenge? Like,
yeah,
this is the one that's on the hill as well, right? There's that big painting on a hill in Sword and Shield, and I think it's supposed to be an ancient Stonejourner.
I believe,
I'm remembering my lore correctly.
Or like a Gigantamax one, maybe.
Yeah, this guy definitely doesn't have a G-Max form, but he does get big. He's already big, but he gets bigger.
Oh yeah, 8'2".
Yeah, it's a great touch to have the like one eye slightly slanted, give him a little bit of attitude. I think he could be I think he goes down like 100 spots without that, honestly.
Oh, for sure. He looks like he's got something to say. How do you guys feel? Is anyone staunchly anti-Stonejourner?
No, I don't think. I mean, I think there's another one that I never saw in the games that I never interacted with. It's by playing through them twice. Maybe I'm not playing thoroughly enough. So I don't really have any feelings about it either way in terms of like its usefulness.
I guess he's a Sword exclusive. I'm seeing, which I played Sword, so
I played Shield.
That would explain maybe why.
I played each one once, but I still didn't see him in Sword either.
I mean, I like him. He's not, I don't love him, but probably like firmly in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling that.
Yeah,
how do you guys feel about Palisand at 302?
I would put Stonejourner above Palisand.
I agree. Yeah, I just can't get over the fact that it's a sandcastle that gets lashed away with water, but it lives on a beach. That Pokemon's not going to be around very long. But directly above Palisand is Pupitar.
Yeah, not better than Pupitar. Pupitar's the homie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Disagree, but that's fine.
You're gonna have to live with it, Chris.
I can live with it. I'm gonna have to live with something very terrible later, I'm sure.
All right, Stonejourner, thank you very much. New 302, great job. I'm sure you've got a once a year on a specific date. They gather out of nowhere, form up a circle, and I think that date's approaching. So I'm sure you've got a flight to catch. Next up, we've got Lanoon.
I mean, just look at him. He's got somewhere to go. He's running.
Yeah, this is one of those normal Pokemon. Well, it's the evolution of one of those normal Pokemon you catch at the very beginning of the game. Maybe used for a few gems, but really not very useful, like, towards the end of the game. Did this ever have any sort of stint in, like, high-level pro play?
No, not until it got its Galar form, which is much cooler, but nothing wrong with this. I love this is just the classic Sugimori art, too. I love the way he's drawn here. Kind of angry, kind of got a little attitude. Again, it's helpful. He kind of looks like a ferret. I don't know, there's already Furret, but I'm just on board with everything that's happening here. He's cute.
Yeah, definitely good cute energy.
What lore do you have, Ryan?
The biggest thing, I see this over and over, is that they can charge at prey at speeds of over 60 miles an hour. But contrary to its first form, it can only run in a straight line, so it often fails on catching the prey.
He's got Moxie, but he's gonna starve. Is his lore basically?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Or
kind of
they
a
hunt-
dog, you know, a man's best friend looking kind of Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got that like companion mammalian vibe. Like I wouldn't mind having a Lanoon in the house after I retired from my Pokemon training, you know.
Yeah.
It's time to settle down and get a real job.
I think he's trying. I think he's trying his hardest, and we can't hold that against him.
That's fair. Fair.
Uh,
that said,
so
I do think bottom half of the list for me.
Yeah, I see Galarian Lanoon at 341, and I would put it below that because I like Galarian Lanoon a lot more. Linoon.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, and then we have Zigzagoon on the list at 475, much lower.
Wow,
Probably
where's
somewhere between
Zigzagoon?
those two. Zigzagoon is 475.
Y'all did my man dirty.
We did. It was the guest. I swear. I don't know. I don't remember.
How about 444, where Grumpig is right now? How do we feel about Lanoon versus Grumpig?
I don't like Grumpig, so
I don't like Grumpig either.
happy to go
It's the
with that.
Purple and Psychic Pig, right? Revolves. Yeah, they can go above Grumpig for sure.
I'd go above Torracat for sure. Torracat's like similar energy, but has like that weird, what do you call that thing? Lick or whatever in its hair that I don't like.
Cowlick.
Yeah.
Torracat does evolve into Incineroar, who's cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, we've got Incineroar. Didn't we already rank Incineroar? They got their due, I think. I could be wrong.
Did we? Yeah, Incineroar's 47.
Seems fair.
I don't know. What are you thinking, Ryan?
I can go above Torracat. That seems like a good spot for it.
Yeah. I think I like between Machop and Torracat.
Sweet.
All right, new 442 Lanoon. Great job. I'm sure you've got somewhere to be, so go run in a very straight line. Don't need you crashing and burning. Next on the list, we've got great Pokemon here, Groudon. Yeah, or Groudon. When I say Groudon,
Come on,
look at it
gotta
now.
be Groudon, like the ground.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is one of very few where we did not separate like their alternate form. So this includes primal form.
Yeah, the primal stuff. I mean, again, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, big disappointment for me. Ruby was like, I got Ruby with my Game Boy SP, which was like the first console that I had actually owned for myself. So that was a big deal. And I played the hell out of Ruby, and basically did everything in the game, and then I realized I think Kyogre's way cooler than Groudon, actually. I've kind of screwed that one up. I was resentful that he wasn't fire type. I was a foolish child, but I see now Groudon, ground type. He's the ruler of the land and all of that stuff, but like he uses flamethrower and he's bright red. I don't know. How do you guys feel about Groudon?
It's weird because I agree Kyogre is way better. It's like they want people to feel that though, because Kyogre uses water and ice attacks, which are both super effective against Groudon. Groudon just has nothing. He uses flamethrower, which is not very effective.
And then Rayquaza is flying, so none of the ground types hit.
Yeah. So I don't know. I played Sapphire like probably a dozen times, but I never played Ruby, so I never had one of these.
Something I will say in Groudon's favor, because we were talking about the alternate forms, and apologies, I am typing on my very loud keyboard.
No.
In the 2003 film Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker, there's an alternate form of Groudon called Virus Groudon, apparently, that just sort of looks like it's possessed by the devil, and that's really cool. Probably the best version of Groudon out there. So while I don't particularly care much for this Pokemon we're looking at now, give Virus Groudon a peek. Pretty neat. The sort of like Princess Mononoke looking thing.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Yeah. I'll put that in
Yeah.
post. That's awesome.
That's very cool. I don't know. I agree that Kyogre's better. I just don't know that Kyogre's a lot better than Groudon for me. I do like Groudon a lot. I had all 3 of these games, but I leaned towards Ruby over Sapphire, personally.
Yeah.
Now that said, I don't think we have Kyogre on the list to compare to yet.
We do at 46.
Oh, we do? I don't even remember ranking Kyogre.
We ranked it very high.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Kyogre's great. Yeah.
I mean, I think like, hold on a sec here. Groudon is 383 in the Pokédex, and that feels pretty good for me.
That feels offensive.
No, it feels great.
No, that feels offensive. I think this is getting into the top 100 club.
Politoed.
Really?
Politoed's throwing him out.
Yeah. You gotta talk to me about what you like about Groudon.
I like the design a lot. I like living on land. All right, as someone who lives on land, I prefer land to water in real life. And
you've got to think about, we love our oceans. Groudon's whole MO, get rid of those oceans. No more of those.
To be fair, that's Team Magma's MO. All right,
True.
He's being controlled by an evil corporation. Just like we don't want the whole world to be ocean and Team Aqua controlling Kyogre. We've got to have a balance of the two.
You've got to separate the orb from the Pokemon. It's hard to do sometimes, but they were using that orb to mind control our boy. Okay, I apologize to Groudon. So like 300? I don't know. Didn't do much for me.
I think you're the only fan of Groudon here, Ryan. I don't think he's getting past Politoed.
He is cool. He's the poster for Pokemon Ruby, which is a great game. Gosh, I guess I would say in the 200s maybe then. Between 2 and 300. That's how generous I'm feeling.
Yeah.
All right, I will take what I can get.
Anyway, we've got some great ground types in there with Mamoswine, Steelix, Onix. I don't think it's better than Onix and Steelix.
I haven't heard one I like Groudon more than.
Let's see. Swampert. Notoriously, I'm not a big Swampert fan, but still like him more than
I can't believe you
Groudon.
let me get Swampert that low.
That does seem controversial. What about?
What about Golett and Combuskin? That 240 range there.
I like Combuskin a lot. So I could do above Stuffle.
Okay, all right, I'm down with it. I love it.
Okay, I can accept this.
All right, Groudon, I did what I could. Thank you very much for the ground we all walk upon.
Hey, you got him 140 spots from where we were looking.
That's true. Yeah, I did work. Thank you very much, Groudon. Next up, we've got Smeargle.
Well, dude,
he's fine.
Yeah, he's really cool in theory. I think I've only ever used one in, I think it was Coliseum. You could get a shadow one and then do a normal one, but it's just not very useful. Or at least it was not in that game. That game obviously very different than the main games. I assume it was not very useful in Silver and Gold either.
Well, what you can do with Smeargle is it basically is much like Mew, the only Pokemon that can kind of learn every move there is, because you can use what's this move called Sketch, I think. You can sketch on an opponent and Smeargle will take those moves. And so there were really fun ways to, play against the Elite Four and bring a Smeargle or stuff like that and create these really tricked out Smeargle move kits. So it's definitely a pro level Pokemon. But I mean, I think he's cool. I think he's cute. He's got a neat little hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fun design. He reminds me of the like painter character from Kirby that was in the N64 game, whose name I can't remember. I like him.
I don't have to remember his name though.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
We've got to remember all 800 some odd Pokemon. We can't remember.
I could do like 250 up for Smeargle. I think he's fun.
Well, we've got Inteleon at 249.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely above Groudon. Obviously, Groudon.
Oh my god, we just put Groudon there. I feel like this keeps happening. I could go above 200 probably for Mr. Smeargle.
Yeah, 200. We have Prinplup, Awkward Middle Child. I could go above.
I'd go above Prinplup.
I might stop at Mr. Rhyme at 198.
Well, I do see my favorite Pokemon of all time right there, so I would also stop right there.
All right, let's do that. Below Mr. Rhyme.
That's perfect. All right, new 198. Smeargle, great job. I love the Poketree. Smeargle marks its territory by using a fluid that leaks out from the tip of its tail. I don't love that language for the fluid, but about 5,000 marks left by this Pokemon have been found.
In Pokemon Go, the only way you catch these are taking photos of another Pokemon with like the AR camera, and then Smeargle will photobomb you and appear on the map. So that's a fun way to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
That fits in with the painter motif too. All right, great job, Smeargle. Thank you very much. Next up, we've got Cradily.
I mean, what is this? I know it's a fossil, but what's it supposed to be?
According to Bulbapedia, it's a barnacle Pokemon. It's its category.
See, that makes sense because you see them underwater in New Pokemon Snap. And I was like, why?
Right.
This is a rock type, rock and grass type. What is it doing down here? But
Is it rock grass? I always thought it was rock.
isn't it rock grass?
I
is
think
rock
that's
grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fossils in Hoenn, I think, are both better in their pre-stages. Like, you're promising me more with Anorith and Laleep than I'm getting in Armaldo or Cradily. So, gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, as far as fossils go, this is pretty far down there. Like the only ones I would probably put below the Hoenn ones are the weird mishmash ones, which is controversial here. I know Dracovish, great Pokemon, competitively,
and just design wise, big fish, big mouth. Yeah, this one I'm thinking for real 500s this time. I got nothing good to say about this Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I've attempted to use one. It's not. I don't like them. I mean, not a Grimmsnarl fan. Why don't we just move Grimmsnarl up?
Yeah, help him out. Wow, real low, but again with Volcanion. yeah, get him. I don't want to look at it anymore. Get it out of here. I do like kind of. Hold on a sec. Now I am thinking. I like how it's got the false eyes on top. That's pretty neat. Because I'm assuming that's not its mouth; those are the eyes.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty
Never
fun.
noticed that.
But that's the only neat thing I can say about this thing.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. All right.
Than Volcanion.
Yeah, by one spot, scientifically proven. New 587. Thank you, Cradily, I guess, for coming on the show. Next up is Beheeyem. Yeah, that's what they went for that name.
Yeah, LGM is such a clever name.
Yeah.
The pre-evolution, because little green men, LGM, UFO type of stuff.
Yeah.
This is another case of, I think, the pre-evolution promising a Pokemon way cooler than the evolution. I like the hands with the little colors.
Yeah.
And it's what?
Yeah.
Is it rock psychic? Is it just psychic?
Straight psychic.
Straight psychic.
I like the kind of like clay pea coat.
Yeah, you flipped to this image and I was
Check one
like, oh, I like the kind of drip on this guy. He's dressed to the nines, so that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, what are they going for with the name? To go from something so clever to something that, as far as I can tell, doesn't mean anything is very weird.
Like is it meant to sound like, phonetically spelled beaming noise is the only thing I can guess.
Maybe.
I
Yeah.
imagine this thing's got a pretty solid special attack stat. And let me see.
Yeah,
Very
you'd be correct.
fast.
155.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's a decent Pokemon, but yeah, I don't know.
Do we have any good lore, Ryan?
It can manipulate opponents' memories. It communicates by flashing the 3 different colored fingers, but the patterns haven't been decoded. Strong psychic powers. Interesting. In Sword, whenever a Behemoth visits a farm, a Dubwool mysteriously disappears.
Okay, that's funny. That's a
fun.
good little gag there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we do have LGM on the list at 472.
Okay.
Like you said, I think that promises more than this delivers, so I think he goes below.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is just, it just kind of feels like a filler Pokemon for Unova, which I like those games, but they definitely were just like, we need more Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I could do like 486 above Silvally.
Yeah, like above Silvally. I really don't like the weird Chimera thing.
Yeah, it's not great.
Sounds great.
I think that's perfect. BHM, new 486. We had to keep you far from the Dubwool. We can't have them disappearing off the list. Next up, we've got Scraggy. I love this little guy.
Come on.
Yeah.
Look at him.
One of my Gen 5 favorites. Love this guy.
Ash uses a Scraggy in the anime, which is like one of his not strongest, but one of his best Pokemon. He's very goofy little guy. I think he hatched from an egg and then does the thing where his pants are always falling off of him and gets in a lot of fights. Such a cool typing too.
Dark and fighting, right?
Dark and fighting. And then when it evolves into Scrafty, the pants just get bigger, but that's such a neat little motif.
Yeah, it's a great play on shedding skin. It's really good. We have Scrafty on the list at 83. We really like Scrafty.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't know if I could put it higher than that, but that's high for Scrafty. Wow, I like Scrafty too, but damn.
What's in its lore, Ryan?
Its skin has a rubbery elasticity, so can reduce damage by pulling its skin up to its neck. Immediately headbutts anyone that makes eye contact with it with its massively thick skull.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, they say those 2 things basically in different forms over and over again. The skull headbutting, rubbery skin.
Gosh, yeah, I don't think I could put it above Scrafty just because Scrafty is so high already.
Yeah.
But it's a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, I think probably in the next set of 100, between 100 and 200, I would put it.
Yeah, I don't know that Politoed's letting Scraggy into the top 100 club.
And hang.
No, that gets left behind with the babysitter.
Politoed is a great litmus test of being like, is this in the top 100? Because is it better than Politoed? That's a tough question.
It's evolved, so we always pick whatever the 100th Pokemon is at the start of an episode. Thanks to Bob Buell, good friend of yours.
Yes.
He came on recently, a repeat episode, and it was like, does it get past Gyarados, who was number 100 at the time? We're like, we need a number 100 bouncer every episode.
Gyarados has fallen a bit too, even.
Few spots.
How about, okay, I'm looking at Pancham at 137, a similar Pokemon. Do y'all like Pancham or Scrafty?
I think I might like Pancham more.
It's the little panda guy.
Yeah.
I think I'd go with Scraggy more.
I think I'd also go with Scraggy there.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Outvoted Chris. But I don't know that I go above Mega Steelix.
I'm fine with that. I'm not really a big Mega fan, but keeping Scraggy and Pancham hanging out together seems right.
Yeah, those are the neighborhood kids that are always hanging out, getting in one too many fights, going home with bruises on them.
They're just constantly headbutting each other back and forth.
Yeah. All the time. They will never stop. All right, Scraggy. Thank you very much. Lovely showing. Please make sure you pick up the shedding skin on your way out. Next up, we've got Cortana.
As far as the Ultra
Ultra
Beast go,
Beast?
this guy's pretty cool, but he's still an Ultra Beast.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, I'm pretty mixed on the Ultra Beasts besides Buzzswole, who is one of the coolest Pokemon ever. This thing... No. What's going on with this guy? Tell me something about him. He's
without even reading
Steel.
anything, it's supposed to be origami katana.
Yeah, origami with katana arms.
Yeah,
and like a Power Ranger face. I don't know.
It's 1 foot tall. Trash it. Start over.
Yeah, wait, that sucks. No way.
Come to Bulk is 1 foot tall, weighs 0.2 pounds.
He's
Shut
paper.
He's a little piece of paper. Come
Man.
on.
This guy's about to get robbed. I like it, but that's fine.
Maybe my least favorite of the Ultra Beasts now that I'm looking at them all. No. Holy shit, there are some weird ones on here. I forgot about all of these guys. Good lord. Didn't they add... So they added some in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Oipole, Staccata, Blacephalon. Say something good about this Pokemon, somebody, please.
Ryan just said lots of good things. He's 1 foot tall and he's a piece of paper. That's pretty cool.
Was it supposed to be cool? Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I think it's just my love of a little guy in a big world. Like imagining this guy fighting other Pokemon sounds cool, but
let me see if he's. I gotta watch a clip of him in the anime or something, just to see how really tall he is.
There was a Living on the Cutting Edge episode Cortana debuted.
I can't even type this thing correctly.
Slicing through various objects across Melee Island.
The Dicey Ultra Beast Katarna. I'm watching this clip. Oh, okay, it's trimming some Frou-Frou's hair. I kind of like this guy. He's kind of goofy.
Yeah, I see a picture of him next to Ash's face, and it's like, it's 1 inch tall. But then I also see a picture of it flying with Garchomp, and it's like the same size as Garchomp.
It's just camera perspective. Yeah, I mean, in the YouTube clip here, it could fit in my hand, no problem.
I guess that's kind of fun. Gee, I don't know. I'm at a loss with this one. Where do you all want to go?
I think it's a fun design, and I would go above Guzzlord, who has the worst name for any Pokemon ever.
Can't do it. Can't put him above Guzzlord. I love that guy. Have you seen the clip of him is screaming in the anime?
I've not.
That'll jump it up 100 spots for you. I guarantee it. Here.
Where are you looking at?
I was looking a little bit below that, but I think we're in roughly the right area, somewhere between like 280 and 330 probably.
I'll take it. Let's see what else is in this range. Sandy Gas. Better than Sandy Gas, right? It's just another sandcastle destroyed by water.
Yeah, for me anyway.
I would take right above Sandy Gas at 310.
Fair.
And below Furret. I think that's good. All right, Cortana, get some more paper. Be made with a larger sheet of paper, I think, is really the issue for me here. Don't like thinking
growing,
of you as
buddy.
a tiny creature. Next on the list, fan favorite, great Pokemon, Zapdos.
Yeah, the best of those starting 3 birds, I think.
Design-wise.
It's a coin flip for me between him and Articuno, but love this dude. Look at him. He's Zapdos.
Yeah, he's a classic. He's the easiest one to find and catch in Gen 1, so I used him a lot as a kid.
Yeah, me too. Let's start the dialogue. Top 100 for Zapdos?
I think so.
Oh, yeah. Politoed's letting him in.
Okay, yeah. Looking at the list here.
I mean, we have
man.
Galarian Zapdos at 99. I think I like the original better.
Yeah. Those big chicken feet are funny, though. See.
We'll always have a place.
Strange entries in the top 100. Y'all have some explaining to do. I know there's a podcast where you do explain it all in vivid detail, but a lot going on here.
A lot of things have happened. A lot of guest decisions as well. We always try to, reward the guest bringing on a Pokemon they love.
Gotcha. I feel like I've just been throwing them all at the bottom of the list tonight. So I'm just like, this thing sucks. Get it out of here. Okay, so I'm going to set the limit here. Not better than Incineroar, Zapdos. So somewhere between 99 and 47. But I mean, like, I like Entei better than Zapdos, but I think Zapdos is cooler than Leafeon. So like 53, maybe?
Yeah, I'll say I would want Zapdos above Articuno, but I also think Articuno's too high.
Oh, I see Articuno up there, 44. Yeah, I mean, those two are they're neck and neck for me. So right around there feels fair. It's just like when I'm looking at Incineroar, it's pretty tough to beat Incineroar, IMO. I don't know how y'all feel.
That's fair.
I think
Incineroar.
A Pokemon I did not like until I played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and was like, oh, wait a minute. This is the coolest Pokemon ever.
Yeah, he's super cool in that. I'd go 2 spots lower, right above Typhlosion. Mostly because Ryan loves Typhlosion. I just like to make Ryan mad.
Yeah, you do.
I got beef with Typhlosion too, which we'll talk about.
Oh my goodness. I can live with it, I guess. New 49 Zapdos, who is a great Pokemon. Not going to be mad at it.
Top 50.
Yeah, for the time being. Next on we'll see how long it lasts, Zapdos. Next on the list, we've got Panpour.
Oh, number 1. Let's push Zapdos right down. I mean, he's not terrible. But...
I don't like these guys that much. And again, they're really annoying in Pokemon Go because the same thing with Azelf, they all spawn in different parts of the world. Funnily enough, Panpour is also the North American one. So I see a lot of these guys, and then I just remember how I can't catch the other two. This one probably has the worst evolved form, though. Like, cute little monkey, but it's just too anthropomorphic when it evolves.
Yeah, it looks like we have all 3 of those, the evolutions already ranked, and they look like they're like trying to be in a sitcom. Like the Semaphore looks like a 70s housewife.
Yeah.
Simisear looks like the Fawns. Or is that Sage? I don't remember which one.
Sage, I think.
No, I think it's Seer if it's doing the thumbs. Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong ones.
Thinking for the Pompadour.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I mean, those are ranked very low at 528 through 30, and I at least like that they went for something weird there. Like the pre-evolutions do nothing for me.
I think the cute factor helps them a little bit.
Tiny little sliver.
What number are they? I cannot find them in the Pokédex at all.
In the actual Pokédex, they are 515. Is Panpour?
Oh, weird. There's a big gap in Cerebi for some reason. It just goes from 510 to 517.
Weird.
Even Cerebi wants to forget about these things.
I mean, they are forgettable. So, I mean, do we have the other ones ranked? Panseer, Pansage.
I think
I'm looking at them all now.
Panseer.
Yeah, Panseer's a little lower.
Yeah, 536.
I mean, this guy's having fun. Cute little facial expression.
He's vibing.
Yeah.
I think I like this more than Panseer.
I could probably get with that. So like, not better than Tangela though. So how about like 533?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Panpour, you did as good as you could. That's about it. Especially when like you've got 2 Pokedex entries across Black White 2, XY, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And they basically say the same thing. It stores water inside the tuft.
It's a little monkey that likes to hang out in the rain. Cool. Got it.
Surprise, surprise. All right. Next up, Rookidee. I love Rookidee. So cute.
Love this guy. Soft spot for this. It was randomly got a shiny one of these on my playthrough of Sword. And so I have the incredibly cool shiny Corviknight. So love this little dude. I remember playing and just coming across him and like jumping off my couch and being like, I barely recognize these Pokemon, but I was like, that's not right. That guy's shiny. Cool. Chest themed bird steel flying type. This guy's just pure flying, I'm pretty sure, right? Maybe even normal flying, but pure. I love this whole line. One of my favorite Galar Pokemon for sure.
Yeah, this is what I decided to make my new starter after I dumped Rillaboom.
It's a good one, honestly.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I do like to nitpick a little bit. I hate the art where the eye was like coming out of the eye sockets a little bit, but other than specifically this art bothering me a little bit, I love the Pokemon. I love this whole line. Like I used one twice, both times that I played through the game.
Yeah, I would probably even say that like Rookidee has more going on design wise than Corvisquire, so I would hang on to my Rookidee right up until it was Corviknight time, I would say. So I don't know. Do we have Corvisquire ranked?
We do. We have Corviknight and Corvisquire. Corviknight is 28.
Hell yeah.
And Corvisquire is 283.
All right. So now we've got a range to work in.
Yeah. It's a big range, but there's a range.
I mean, gosh, are there any of the other birds in there? Because how do we feel about it up against the regional birds?
We've got a Staraptor at 165. I'm looking at
Staraptor's good, one of the best.
Yeah, I might go below Staraptor. Definitely better than Starly, but not better than the final.
Not better than Staraptor. Where was Staraptor at?
I'm sorry, 165.
165. Okay, so now we've got like 100 range.
Yeah, closing it down.
Santa Bird, Delibird. How do we feel about Rookidee compared to Santa?
I like Rookidee more. Not a Delibird fan.
Yeah, I also like Rookidee more.
Okay. Well, the records show I want presents this year, Delibird. I like you, but I'm being forced to do this.
Those could be bad, though. They could hurt you. Delibird presents, true. You never know.
Yeah.
Got to take the risk. Oh, actually, Sylveon is in the middle there, too. How do we feel about Sylveon? Hard comparison, but...
I love Sylveon. One of my favorite Pokemon. So
yeah, I think
it's below
Sylveon. Yeah. Rookity 167. Great job. You're adorable. Love your whole line.
Thanks for being shiny for me.
You're lucky. Because I didn't know what the shiny was. That is gorgeous, especially
cool.
on Corviknight. Next on the list, we've got Metapod.
Oh. I mean, talk about one of the best episodes of the Pokemon anime
Yes.
ever.
Metapod versus Metapod.
Like, top 100 alone just for that episode? I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, I mean that is a very fun episode. For anyone who hasn't seen it, it's literally just Ash and some bug trainer using Harden over and over and over again, and it is very intense, but should not be.
That is a great episode.
I mean, I don't know. Does Politoed let him in?
Well, Politoed's 101 now. So Galarian Zapdos is our bouncer, but I still can't get over Politoed. I mean, I would do like 103 for Metapod.
Yeah.
Or 104. Like right around there.
I think I like 103. I like slacking a lot. Yeah. Push down Galarian Darmanitan one.
Yeah, I think that's great. I don't think we even need to read any lore about Metapod. We all know what a Metapod is.
Yeah, y'all know Metapod. I mean, he's a perfect example of the Gen 1 Pokemon where a lot of them were just like, you know that thing that's in the real world? Just sort of mess it, like, make it a little goofy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and make it 2 feet long.
Yeah.
Great job, Metapod. 103, exactly where we all knew you'd be.
I think there's an episode of the Pokemon anime called Good Job Metapod, if I'm not mistaken, which you just said. It sounds like one that there would be.
I'm going to choose to believe there is now. It's my new headcanon. Next up is Ninetales.
So this is just Kanto Ninetales?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, dare I say,
very good.
I like more than Alolan Ninetales?
I think I agree.
It's got the whole sort of folklore thing going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not to be like, I watched Naruto when I was 13, but I watched Naruto when I was 13, and I learned a lot about Japanese mythology. So,
same, except I watched Naruto when I was 18. So
yeah, there we go. Like, again, and I'm not even a big Kanto purist, but I'd go high for Ninetales. I really like this Pokemon. I think I like Arcanine better. So if Arcanine's on the list, that's a barometer, because they were sort of, you know, they were version exclusives, were they not?
I believe.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're both Firestone, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, because they're in blue because red's a trade. So that's gotta be.
So we do not have Arcanine on the list. We do have Alolan Ninetales though at 34.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that is tough. That was a guest bring, I believe.
I personally do like Alolan Ninetales more, but that's probably just because I like Ice Type a lot and I'm not a big fire fan.
Yeah. Alolan Ninetales, I got nothing against it.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of being a purist when it comes to this one. I mean, gosh. Yeah, I don't want to busy up the top 100 too much. There's some weird stuff going on in this bottom half of the top 100. Minior? What happened there?
I tried to crap on Minior. I really did, but there were some fans.
I mean, how about 77 for Ninetales, right below Mudkip?
Ooh, yeah, right below Mudkip. Mudkip's great.
Okay, that feels good.
I love it.
All right. Ninetales, 77. Great job. Don't grow any more tails.
Yeah, you're cool. I like you.
As is. Next up, we've got Wormadam. I don't know that I give a damn, honestly.
So I was just thinking about good old Burmy the other day, again, because I'm thinking about Sinnoh a lot. And I was like, what's going on here with this whole thing? I don't want to throw the word useless out there, but what's really going on here?
Yeah, we just ranked Burmy last week actually, and 591, very low.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd give Burmy the advantage there because its name is Burmy. Like that's what it's got going on better than this.
I think Burmy is better than Wormadam. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
great.
I can go for it. I mean, right below Burmy though is Dracovish. I assume we're going below that with our current company.
Yeah,
Below Grimmsnarl.
and then like, okay, it's a personal affront to me that it's like Dracovish, Bruxish, Grimmsnarl. Bruxis is like my least favorite Pokemon besides Jinx. So I'm like, you guys have that right. But then two of like the coolest Pokemon from Sword and Shield are what's going on here? I mean, like, I could do 598 for Wormadam. I really could.
Okay, yeah, let's go below Milkery and Swirlix. I like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
I've added 3 of the bottom 10 Pokemon this episode.
Woke up and chose violence today, AJ.
Pokemon, like I said, there's just some weird ones on here.
This is one hell of a 20 we got this week.
It's
my
payback for Grimmsnarl and Dracovish being so low. Everything I add under them pushes them somewhat higher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it like removes them from going as low as they could be in the end of it all. New 599 Wormadam. You have a form called Trash Cloak. All we need to say.
Stay wearing that Trash Cloak. I can tell you I'm not going to use you in Brilliant Diamond, and I'm probably going to beat up a lot of you. I'm starting with Chimchar, and you're weak to that, so let's go.
Yeah, get got. Next up, Lapras. Woo! Let's go.
Classic.
I love Lapras. I love it with all my heart.
This is a great Pokemon. Great attitude. This Pokemon.
So cool lore wise. Riding around. Like, fuck it. I mean, top 10. Lapras for me. What do you not like about Lapras? It's cool. It's useful. Great design. Great lore. Great appearances in the anime. A really cool Gmax form. Great stats. One of the best. One of the all-timers.
Yeah.
Lapras is really good, and I said earlier I love ice types. Water ice type is great.
Top 10. Number 10 is Mega Gengar.
Big mouth. Lot of mouth on Mega Gengar. A whole lot of mouth.
Not as much mouth as Gigantamax Gengar.
That's right. That's who I was thinking of. Damn. I mean, okay, so definitely. I mean, like, hold on. I'm looking at this list here right now. And since we were just talking about me adding a bunch to the bottom, I don't see a Pokemon in your top 10 that I like more than Lapras. So for me, talk me out of Lapras number 1 right now, because I see Lapras as better than all of those.
Better than Ninja Frog that shoots pressurized water, a thing we can't even do by science. We can't pressurize water.
This is my biggest departure from Pokemon fandom at large. Don't care for Greninja. Don't like him.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, y'all be easy now, but I'm going whole hog on Lapras. Not to disrupt everything at number 19 of the night here, but
I
have a hard time putting it above Blastoise that we have at number 17.
Oh wow. Yeah. Blastoise is cool. I like Lapras better, but
I was also
Blastoise. Wow.
That's all Chris is doing. I was also like starting to hesitate around Blastoise. You brought up number 10.
Okay.
Because that is such a. I mean, Blue was my first game, and Blastoise just has such a. I mean, nostalgia glasses off. I think Blastoise is still a great Pokemon, but nostalgia glasses on, it's so good. Just.
Gosh, yeah. I mean, I guess I could do below Garchomp at that point. Which Lycanroc are y'all talking about?
All of them, all the forms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere if Blastoise is the hurdle, I would say like between Garchomp and Lycanroc, because I like Garchomp a lot.
I like that.
I can live with that. And I think top 20 for Lapras is still great showing.
I didn't even realize how much I liked Lapras until I was sitting here looking at Lapras and being like, yes, Lapras. A great shiny too. I forgot to mention that. There's nothing wrong with this Pokemon.
What is the shiny version of Lapras? Oh, it's all like purpley
pink, yeah.
Yeah, see, you don't realize how good Lapras is until you see like 17, 18 Pokemon before it that you're like, this is bottom tier trash. Get it out of my face. Thank you very much, Lapras. New 19. Wonderful
Vantula number 4. What is the story there?
Vantula's amazing.
I like Vantula, but number 4.
Partially, we wanted to put Shuckle down.
It was all to put Shuckle down. Shuckle's my favorite Pokemon ever.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
All right. Next up, we've got Skitty.
Adorable.
Cute.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
what
cute
else
does not get past the bouncer, but
no.
Yeah, I think cute is really all you can say about Skitty.
Cute is what it aims for.
Extremely lazy shiny.
What's a good measurement to compare Skitty to? Like
maybe one of the other cats?
Have we done Glameow?
I think we have. Yeah, Glameow is 336.
Above that. Right?
Yeah, I think I agree.
But maybe not by much. I'm looking at Cortana and Furret again. In between those two feels nice. I like Furret. Furret's one of my favorite cute Pokemon.
I like that. I'd go below Cortana, but I know I'm the only Cortana stan here.
Yeah. No, I think between Furret and Cortana feels right.
You can pick there. If you like Cortana, go for it. I'm not going to fight for Skitty.
All right, Skitty, new 315. Great job. And that brings us to the end of our 20 randomly selected Pokemon. Of course, AJ gets to bring a Pokemon to rank with him.
That's right.
AJ, who did you decide to bring for your ranking?
So I went with one that's already on the list, which is not too low on the list, but I would argue still too low at number 203. It's my favorite Pokemon ever. It's Quilava. You picked the best art for him too. So Quilava was just, like I said, Gold was like the first one for me that I got really obsessed with. And I started with Cyndaquil because fire is my favorite type. And I just fell in love with Quilava and his little fire mohawk. And he's basically a kind of dog ferret thing. And then I remember getting to where my Quilava evolved in Gold and seeing Typhlosion for the first time. And I turned my game off and I said, no, yeah, I'm keeping Quilava for the rest of the game. And I've like collected every version of the Pokemon cards for Quilava that has ever existed. There are some really cool ones out there. The Dark Quilava card is really cool. And I remember Ash has a Cyndaquil in the anime in the Johto series that he never evolves. And then, he leaves Johto, obviously, and leaves all his Pokemon at Professor Oak's farm. And then they go back, I think, at the end of the Diamond and Pearl series. And randomly, Ash's Cyndaquil just evolves. Completely just in a totally one-off episode. They're like, oh, and then Cyndaquil evolves into Quilava. And I'm like, nice, cool, that's awesome. And then Dawn, I believe, also catches a Quilava. So like two of the protagonists of the anime just randomly ended up with Quilava. And I felt like I was being served because his only other anime appearance was randomly in one scene of the Johto League finals where he just gets KO'd in like one hit. So I was hurt, but the anime made up for it with me. I think Quilava is perfect. I think the Johto starters all have better middle stages than they do final stages, which is a very rare thing. But Bayleaf is obviously better than Meganium. I think Croconaw is just funny, and Quilava is my favorite Pokemon ever. So I love these guys. He's really cool. And one of the reasons I brought him is that Cyndaquil is the fire starter for the Pokemon Legends game. And I think that those starters are going to get, Husian regional variants in those games. So I know we're going to get different versions of the third forms, but I wonder if they're going to start messing with the second forms. And I'd be interested to see what they do with my boy here, because I love him. I hold him dear. Number 156, more like number 1 in my heart. So with that, I say, do I get to re-rank him, or do I just get the spiel for Quilava?
Oh, wait,
Get to re-rank
him, yes.
Okay. So I know it's a personal thing for me that I love Quilava.
Like,
so
you're going to get a lot of sympathy from me here, because Typhlosion's my favorite.
Okay. So I think they should hang out. I think they should be closer together. Where was Typhlosion? Typhlosion was like right around
51.
Typhlosion
51. Yeah. Okay. I mean, let's see here. Quilava's cooler than Emolga.
That's true. I go higher. Let's go above the Charizards. Charizard and Gigantamax Charizard specifically.
Hell yeah. Higher. More. I mean, you've got Infernape, Blaziken right there, Mega Blaziken. Like, I kind of do like, let's break up the Charizards. How about that? Let's put Quilava right between Charizard and Gigantamax Charizard.
Okay, I like that.
I'm okay with it.
It's weird seeing 2 Charizards next to each other, right? And I mean, that's close to the top 25. I don't know how much we could budge there, though. But Quilava, that's a 145 spot jump for my boy. We love it. We love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it basically assures we're going to have some Cyndaquil evolutionary line representation in the top 100 by the end of this show.
Yeah. So. We doubled up. Is Cyndaquil, have we got Cyndaquil on here? Because
I don't think so.
I think Cyndaquil's a cute little dude, but I'm obviously all about Quilava. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did also grab this art, Ryan. It's just that I put this in here.
Hell yeah. I love it. I mean, look at him. He's so cool. People are upset. People in the Pokemon fandom are upset. Can you believe it? But in the new games, apparently, I guess the Typhlosion sprite does an animation where his flames ignite, but then his sort of idle default animation is without the flames on, and everyone's mad. They're like, come on, he looks cool with the flames on. What I'm saying is it would hurt. It would get tired. It would get you would be exhausted if you were, exhuming flames all the time. Let these boys rest. He's got cute little red spots for a reason.
I'm one of those angry Pokemon fans, though.
I think Quilava's mohawk is way cooler than Typhlosion's spike collar, and his little fire butt. I love it. That's just me.
I just love the roar. I love the aggressiveness of Typhlosion more.
I definitely have a weak spot for the awkward middle phases of the starter evolutions. At least in some of the earlier gens. They started just getting ugly later on, but I love Wartortle, I love Ivysaur, I love Charmeleon. I love all the Johto ones, like I said. I think Combuskin's cool. Grovyle is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. Marshtomp's fine. I guess right around Diamond and Pearl is where they start getting kind of wacky. But those first 3 generations are awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, that does it for our 21 Pokemon tonight. AJ, thank you very much for joining us. This was a blast.
My goodness, I had so much fun. I could have done all. How many are there now?
By our count, I think it's like 1,016 or
with all the variants and everything.
You double up the forms, yeah. Gosh, wow.
Yeah.
I could have done them all.
Well, maybe we'll reach out to you to have you back on at some point.
Yeah, I mean, you've still got about half of them to go.
Yeah, there's still several hundred left.
Nice.
Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
Not really. You can follow me on Twitter if you want, @Radmuir, if you want to see me talking more about Pokemon, because I will be tweeting a lot about Diamond and Pearl when they come out, and Pokemon Legends Arceus. So if you are swayed by Quilava fandom, come join me on the light side.
Yeah, no, it's the warmer side for sure. Chris, any plugs?
Yeah, please sub to our YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube. Just hit like, subscribe, all that stuff everybody always says. Hit the bell. And if you are listening on podcast platforms, we'll have the YouTube channel linked. We're trying to build up those numbers, so we appreciate it.
And check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Blunkers. We got a lot of streams, a lot of days of the week. Every Tuesday, I'm streaming all of the Pokemon games for the 25th anniversary. This year, we're in Platinum now. God help me, I'm not making it by December. Wednesdays is Resident Evil with Chris and I. Saturdays, Tom and Tyler are currently playing through Bloodborne drunk, which is a good time. But yeah, it's interesting. They're one of the few gamers that are like, this game's not all it's chalked up to be. Yeah,
power to them.
Yeah, well, they can get away with it, I guess. Thank you all for joining us as we continue finalizing the most important decisions of our lives. I hope you are well until we reconvene next week. And remember, gotta rank them all.
Gotta rank 'em all, Pokemon.